One foot out the door. You're doing better than you think. Yeah. It's about to pay off. It's all about to pay off. It's all going to come in at the same time. I've felt this way at least for as long as I can remember, since I started this specific phase of my life. I feel like a lot of people can relate. Oh shit. That was the devil, by the way, as in the card. Fell outside of the car on the ground. It's a beautiful day out. Take this loosely, okay? But I think the devil, whatever adversity that means, you know, the devil lost. I think they it's kind of like you're coming up to collect your trophy and your awards and your medals and stuff like that, and it's like you come up to, well, here you go. Or like, okay, perfect example, like with the Mean Girls, you know, with the crown and stuff, like with the, like, oops, like they know that they lost, but oops, I dropped it, now you have to pick it up. Like they know they lost, and that, you know, they see you and the structure as such a hierarchy type of situation where it's like, if I lost, I must be worse than you. If I lost, I must be like bad. I must be not worthy. Like, and that's the farthest thing from the truth. I think how you fail and how you lose says more about than when you win, because I don't know, like, I understand being disappointed in yourself and having like a certain level of expectation for yourself, and, you know, and being upset when it doesn't work out that way or you can't hold up to your own standard. But at the same time, like, the wind just picked up and opened my door. Have grace for yourself. Have a lot of grace for yourself, because it's everybody's first day. Oh, what are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Turn it around for yourself. Yeah, exactly. Change the script, change the narrative, you know? Like, who are you waiting for to tell you that? Yeah, and for everybody else, you know, the ones that I was talking to, like, because that was for the adversities, right? That was for the devil who lost. And like I said, take that loose. Like, the devil is what you make it, you know what I'm saying? I just mean the adversity. You, on the other hand, you have come to a place of justice, and at the hand of your own, at the you know your own value. You know, you're confident and you're competitive, but in a way that brings people together and that magnetizes the whole operation. And yeah, stuff will come to a natural close, I think, for you within the next little bit here for the stuff that you have worked on before. But as new things emerge, you're gonna realize that they stick easier, they work easier, and they flow easier. I feel like is the whole point of this message. Yeah, it was, you know, very boring for a while, very monotonous, and very like trudging through the same dirt and the same grime every day. You know what I'm saying? And not that it didn't serve a purpose, and not that it didn't have a time for it, but that time is coming to an end. I mean, eventually the book is over, you know, the book is done, and it's time to either pick up the sequel or start a new series completely. And I think that's where we're at. Yeah. And forgiving yourself for maybe being in that state for so long. You know, I talk about forgiving yourself a lot because it's the most important thing, because you will, like those adversities, you will feel unworthy about your wins, your losses. Like, even if you lose, you should still feel worthy. And again, that is a personal choice, right? But it's possible to feel worthy when you lose. It's still possible to say, you know, this didn't work out, but I still have myself, and find the win within the loss. Yeah, and you know, refuse, deny this kind of negative, like, toxic positivity, or this toxic, like, I have to be on top all the time, I have to be the winner, I have to be, like, better than everybody else. Like, there is no better than everybody else. Like, yeah, that's just a burden. Like, that's just an illusion. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that people in power, you know, they want you to feel like there's this dog eat dog world, because that's how they got to the top. And I mean, you can argue that yes, well, they did get to a top, and that's worth, you know, worth something. But I would disagree, because do they feel worthy? You can be at the top of the tallest tower and the tallest mountain to ever exist in the whole cosmos. Do you feel worthy to be up that high? That's the only thing that matters. You know, in the ancient, you know, the hieroglyphics they had in the ancient days of, they're weighing your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like, take that with a grain of salt. Your denseness and your density, your feelings, all of that stuff is literally run through you and your belief systems. So if you don't feel worthy, but you have everything that you want, maybe you need to decide, you know, is what you want really what you want? Like, and that you know, that comes with going inside, and, you know, going within, and looking at yourself a little bit, and looking, yeah, and kind of growing up a little bit. And, you know, and that's a little bit, and I feel like half of the people I'm talking to about this, you get that, you've been through that, and yeah, you've already done the disconnecting, you've already done the detaching, you know. And for those that are hearing me right now on the fence about things, or, you know, maybe hasn't come to those conclusions just yet, know that it's possible. It's possible to completely go 180 and completely go from black to white, and from white to black, when it comes to your mindset and your state of being. That is up to you every second of every day. You change and alter your reality with your thoughts. That is not a myth. That is proven. It is proven. Everything is vibration, and if you can't put out a vibration, you can't be matched with it. That's just straight up science. That is just straight up science. You cannot attract what you aren't. You are your thoughts. You are your perceptions. Yeah, and if you feel insecure, if you feel, you know what I'm saying, then that's something you need to look at within yourself, and maybe reconstruct a little bit. And again, not that there's ever an end goal to this healing journey, you know, it is a journey. It is a day by day, you know, like building that relationship with yourself. But I hope that you know that if you really do give yourself that same time you're expecting from everybody else, you will have, how do I put this? You will reap the rewards of that simply when you can sit with yourself in a state of mind of true peace and true calmness. You will realize that nothing else matters and everything else is a bonus. And if you can find a headspace that works for you, you are unstoppable. Have a peaceful day.